up? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, thank you for joining today. My name is Kat and on here we
And I'm Lisa.
This is Lisa. Oh boy. My name is Kat and on here we talk about style, fashion, shopping, stuff like that. Sometimes we also talk about fragrance and that is what we're doing today. Fan favorite Lisa is here joining us. And today I am very excited to convince Lisa to like some of the Chanel Chance line. So I have all four here. Let me hold them up for a thumbnail.
Beautiful. Deeply unflattering thumbnail.
Right, that's what we love. I tend to like sort of more old school brands and designer brands, and Chanel is certainly that. Lisa doesn't tend to wear brands like this all the time. And so today my goal is to guess which of these four she's going to like the best. So I am going to rank these and only show you, for now, what I think she's going to think of these. Then at the end, she is going to rank them, give that explanation for why, and we're going to sample all of these. And so then you might know which one you would like best if you haven't smelled these either.
And what Kat doesn't know is that my favorite is going to end up in my suitcase. I am stealing it from her.
Seems fair.
And I'll be taking it home with me. Yeah, I'm really excited. To Kat's point, I tend to really like indie perfumes, and a lot of the classic perfume is not typically my taste. I really like things that are like sweet and juicy and gourmand, but I also like clean, fresh skin scents. I love woody scents, and I love anything unexpected where you're like, oh, I would have never thought that that would make like a good perfume. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. And so, but at the same time, I do like everything. The question is just, well, I like almost everything. The question is whether or not I would wear it. So I'm excited to have Kat take me through an iconic brand with a really modern line. And I think that that's what I'm most excited about.
Okay. I think I have my guess. So
Wait, should I like
close
go away?
your eyes.
Should I close my eyes?
I'll hold them up.
Okay.
And so yeah, if you're just listening to this, you want to look at this part so that you can see what I think. And it's a hard choice. This will be the one that she likes the least. I am quite confident about this because you'll hear when we talk about it, it does not fit her scent profile, in my opinion, at all. I then think that this will be her number 3, probably. I would have initially thought that she would like it, but I think that there's scents that she does really like in here and some that she does not. I think this will be Lisa's number 2, probably. Because I think that you could envision yourself wearing it. I think that she definitely could. And I'm gonna go with this as number 1, though there's a definite sort of floral element that may not actually make it number 1, but it feels very light. And I think that's why this one might take the prize. So again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's my guess. Yes.
So I'm really excited to try out this like absolutely iconic brand, but this is their most modern line.
It is. These are definitely way more modern. They tend to be way more light.
Great.
They're much lighter than the others, which doesn't mean that they don't have any throw, but these are more daytime. One of them skews a bit more nighttime in my opinion, but not to some wild degree. But yes, very modern, very light. I think they're very fresh as well. And I think all of these are going to be ones that you have a positive response to. I don't think that I'm having you smell anything that you are immediately going to be like, absolutely not. I think there's one of these 4 that is not for you. And I am pretty confident that that is the case. The other 3, I had a hard time ranking them, to be honest, because I think they're all ones that you would say, like, I would love it on a friend. And many of these, I think you would love as a candle or like a diffuser or something like that. Let's start with this one, actually, the Eau Fresh. This one is very nice, and you know, it says fresh right in the title.
And so we're going with the green one. I love that all of these are like very lightly, there's like a very light color, which is just like very charming.
So this one to me is very interesting. It's like a combo between something that almost has like a bit of a cologne vibe. And then something that has a bit of a fruitiness to it.
Okay. Here's why I love it.
Okay.
It reminds me so much of CK1.
Yes, I thought it may.
It reminds me which is my dad's scent. And I've been buying my dad CK1 since I was like a baby and my mom was buying it and putting my name on it. And for that reason, I love it. I think for that reason, I would maybe struggle to wear it.
Of course.
Because I would just be like smelling my dad all day long, which there's something nice to that, but is maybe like not really what I'm going for.
Sure.
But I love that.
And it is like something like a CK1.
Yes.
Like, this, I would say, is definitely like a feminine version of that.
I agree. It is definitely,
because these are a very like feminine line
for sure.
But it has that like soapiness, that freshness. And yeah, I get a little bit of like something a little bit fruity, but it's not
citrusy.
Overwhelming. Yeah.
It's a citrusy, it's like lime, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like something like, or grapefruit.
Yeah.
Something a bit tartar.
It is a bit tart. And yeah, this has a definite spice to it.
Yeah.
But it's not overly spicy. And again, the sun went under a cloud. It's not like overly nighttime or anything. Like, you could really wear this anywhere.
I would struggle to wear this because of my association with it. But I really love that. It is so clean. It's so bright. It's like, it's got so many things I like. But I think that even if it wasn't associated with my dad, it maybe is still not a scent that connects so much with me.
And that's what I would think.
But I have so much heart for this. I think that this is fantastic. I think if you like any Calvin Klein scent, it is worth smelling this.
I agree with that, actually. Yeah, and I think that speaks to the modern element of this. That it does. It brings in something like a very it's a very fresh designer scent, which I think Calvin Klein tends to be. Would you look up the notes for this one so that you can tell
this one is fantastic. A woody, floral, sparkling explosion, which I love that description. Zesty freshness of a citron. So it's a citron accord, and then jasmine, and then teak wood, and ambery. It's got some amber to it.
I love all that. That's a lot going on. That's a good amount of depth. I think that's why I like this.
Great. So and I agree with every one of those notes. I get a little bit of all of that.
Agreed.
And I'm really delighted by it. For me, this would absolutely at least be a home scent.
Which one would you like to sample next?
I want to sample this one. The original, because it looks so iconic.
Indeed.
So I think the iconic would be great next, and I will make sure that I pull up the scent notes for it as well.
And yes, it definitely does have more of that original Chanel kind of look. And I would say this is a much more original Chanel kind of scent.
Okay, great.
Because it's modern, but it's got a vintage perfume. It's got a vintage moment.
Oh, absolutely. It for sure does. It's definitely got that powdery thing. It definitely has that floral thing. This is what I would picture Chanel to smell like.
Yes.
And if you like that kind of vintage designer perfume, this is that.
And it's a nice version of it too.
Yeah.
Like, when I say it's got some vintage vibes, it doesn't feel stuck in the past at all.
No.
It definitely, I mean, it gives a little bit of like a 90s kind of thing, which is great.
For sure.
I like that very much. But yeah, this doesn't seem like it would be too old for you to wear it, or it would age you or anything. I don't get that from it. But it is definitely like a bit more of a refined scent and a little more cologne-y.
Yeah, I agree. Let me see if I can find the scent notes really quick. Okay. I totally get why you like this, and I thought I smelled this in here. Which is that it does have amber patchouli. And I definitely smelled the patchouli. pink pepper, jasmine, amber patchouli. And I totally like, it says that it's spicy, sensual, and gourmand. I definitely get the floral. I definitely get the spicy. I get the sensual. I don't as much get the gourmand. But I
think it might be what I'm picking up as a cologne is actually the gourmand. It's like a very spicy version of it.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I think for me, it is the patchouli that is putting it into the would not wear space. I actually do really like the pink pepper and the jasmine, which are scents I really associate with you.
Yes, I love those.
Yeah.
Love, love, love.
So this perfume would remind me of you in that way. But I think that there are ones that I like on you even more.
Sure.
And I do think that some of that comes down to the patchouli, which is just like not my scent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Okay.
All right, what's up next?
Let's do the lavender one.
Here it comes. So this is the Eau Tendre. All right, here you go.
Okay.
This one's quite light. Kind of
Ooh! Ooh, I like that.
It's pretty, isn't it? It's
It
a very
is pretty.
scent.
Oh, I like it. It is so light. It's sweet.
But
it's sweet in like a, when I say sweet, I almost mean in a personality way.
it is. I
Like,
agree.
it's
like,
sweet and like
very grounded and just like,
There's like a bit of an innocence to it. It's like very, there's something very like soft. Again, like in a personality way. It's like, but it's bright and bubbly. It's like a champagne.
I agree with that.
It's like a bubbly, happy, like girly champagne.
It is.
It's girly. You know, there are a lot of things. We really like feminine. And we denote that different from things being girly.
Yeah.
This is girly, but not in a way that's overly youthful. It doesn't feel childlike.
Agreed. Which is what you would expect from Chanel.
Yeah.
And the Chance line is sort of for a younger audience.
Yeah.
And so I do think that this one is maybe, you know, an entry point. If you are on the younger side, this one would be very wearable.
I am absolutely charmed by it.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It is really lovely. It is one I'd have to figure out by putting on my body whether or not I would wear it, like, because it is a bit outside of what I normally would wear.
Sure.
But I am not at all opposed. Like, that is one that, like, I would be happy to put on my body.
Yeah.
Something I've said before is that there have been scents that I like, but when I put them on them, they don't smell like me. Like, I feel like I'm smelling someone else and not smelling like myself. And that would be my question for this. Is that going to happen?
Right.
Is that going to happen? Okay, here it is. A green and fruity grapefruit quince accord intertwines with the softness of jasmine and the smoothness of white musk for an intoxicatingly light poetic trail. And that, I think that nails it absolutely perfectly. And I will say, it turns out I'm a jasmine girly.
Yeah.
I have so many times recently discovered that I like jasmine. And this is really just kind of hitting that for me. That like, while I'm not a floral person, there is something about jasmine that like really strikes me. I love this. I think it's fresh and sweet and girly and lovely and high marks.
It's a good one.
High marks.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Here is your last one.
Okay, great.
And I might even edit this in sooner. I will link all of these for you below. So if you fall in love with the description of one of these, or this is your last stop before choosing to buy one, it would mean a lot if you used my link. They are commissionable, so it does support the channel at no extra cost to you. So if you are gonna buy, click one of the links below. I will have them linked separately, and then I will also link to a collection on LTK, so you can go check all of these out and some other similar picks. And then in that, you'll just look through the album, click on the picture of the one that you like, and it will take you to the website. So thank you very much if you do choose to buy, and no pressure if you're just here for entertainment. This is the Eau Vive.
Oh yeah. Ooh. I am positively surprised by this one.
Nice.
The first thing I got from it was orange in a dreamsicle way.
Oh, sure, I get that.
There's like a little dreamsicle because it's creamy.
It is.
It's like orangey and creamy, but to me, it's not the like manufactured dreamsicle as much as it is like a fresh orange Julius.
Yeah, I get
like
that.
It's fresh.
It is very fresh.
It's super juicy. It's super bright. It's very it's like sweet, really in that fruity way. Yeah, it's just like, it's really lovely. Like, it's summery to me.
It is to me too.
And it's like super, I'm not a huge, I like orange as far as like, I like drinking orange juice and stuff, but like I don't tend to wear orange scents, which I think is the thing that would maybe put me off from wearing it.
Sure.
But it does really fall, like if somebody were to give this to me being like, I think you would like this, or I think this would, I think you would enjoy this, I don't think they would be like wrong. Like if they, I would get where they'd be coming from with it, because it really is fun.
It is fun.
It's fun.
And it's got enough going on.
It's like
and
bubbly,
all of these
too.
do. Like they
Both
all
of them.
have enough notes. There's enough going on that it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly like what you are smelling.
Yes.
You just know how it makes you feel, which I think is a nice scent.
Yeah, I agree. I think all of them are really complex, but they're not confusing, right? Like they like really they all of the scents go well together.
Yes, it's very in harmony.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this one definitely, okay, grapefruit and blood orange, which is coming through very strong. And then jasmine, which is really what I was
that one's a
saying.
real through line on these.
Yeah. And then white cedar iris accord. So yeah, I get it. The blood orange comes through strongest for me. And I love the description of blood orange because I do find blood orange to be, while sweet, less of that like very intense sweetness. It tends to have like something a little bit, I don't know. I tend to be more drawn towards a blood orange than a classic. Yeah, wow. Amazing.
Okay, so you've smelled them all.
Amazing.
We've told you the notes. We have told you. Leave in the comments if you've made it this far. Do you think my guess was right? Or do you think I'm going to be very surprised by what Lisa is going to do here with the order? And you take a second to put them in order.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw this away and I will return.
Absolutely. From least to most. And I'm going to start with the least, which I think is like kind of not the surprise, just the original, mostly due to the patchouli.
This will be the one that she likes the least. Like,
it's too vintage. So then this may have been your same sort of like 2 and 3, where I just like truly wasn't sure what was 2 and what was 3, because like I've put this one as number 2 and I've put this one as number 3. And I think that is because while I think that the nostalgia of feeling like this is so CK1 really puts this ahead. But weirdly, like maybe I'd be more likely to wear this. It's really hard to say. Like, so if these are the 2 that you battled between for 2 and 3, I get it.
I then think that this will be her number 3. I think this will be Lisa's number 2.
There is like, there's just, I put it as 2 almost from the nostalgia, but honestly, they could be interchangeable because the reason I like them and the reason that I don't are like equally matched. They're like equally matched. And the reason I don't is harsh even because I do like both of them. You saw my reaction. I like both of them. It's just like, as far as like what I would wear, perhaps not. Yeah. And then we are leading with our little lavender.
I'm gonna go with this as number 1.
It's definitely outside of my comfort zone, and I do think I would need to try it on my skin to see how it sat, see how it like melted in with sort of like my particular scent, but I do think that there was something just so charming about it. And I just am really, it wooed me. It wooed me. Absolutely would love to get like a tester or something like this and really play around with it. And thank you so much for your generosity in now giving me my number 1 scent.
And
I will be leaving
away.
No, this was absolutely delightful, and it was really fun to be able to dive into a brand that I know really connects with you.
Yes, and it's very interesting. I think that it's telling when a brand can really resonate with you. There still will be some that maybe are stretch scents for you within that brand that, you know, you may not like them all, you may, whatever. Yeah. But just because you don't like one thing from a brand doesn't mean you're going to dislike everything. Yeah. And so I think that it's a good reminder that a good brand is going to have some kind of through line, but some different things. Thank you so much for hanging out with us as we sampled these. If you like this kind of content, please like this video and be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. I have videos every Monday, but I have surprise videos other times, and I often have videos on Friday as well. So you don't want to miss the next one. So if you hit that bell icon, YouTube will tell you when the next one is up. Either way, it's been fabulous having you here, and I do hope to see you again, and I hope that you have a lovely day. Bye.